There were unsuccessful attempts to review the policy before. But coming into the office as the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, within 3 months, you formulated a new policy, the National Digital Economy Policy for Digital Nigeria. The new policy expanded our mandate as an agency implementing the previous policy on IT policy. And it also made it compulsory on us to rebrand in line with the new policy. Because as an agency that will drive implementation of digital economy policy, we need to be digital and smart agency. With this, please permit me to recognize my team, the NIDA management team and the entire NIDA family. It's an awesome team. It will amaze you to know that despite COVID-19 challenge, the team worked tirelessly to implement groundbreaking initiatives in line with National Digital Economy Policy for Digital Nigeria. And also, the team always responds to my call, under the sun or in the rain. Because of the dedication, that's why we are here today, unveiling the new NIDA, and also coming through the COVID-19 pandemic as in a fine.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, would you do the DJ an honor of a second applause? And now you'd understand the meaning of the young man in my story. That young man, in October 2016, is now a full-grown Director General in August 2020. So I ask you to applaud him for his also visionary leadership for NIDA. It underscores the reason why we're here today. It's a fantastic handing over of the baton, really. And the saying goes that, and this is for the minister, that a nation is built, a nation is developed when old men plant trees under whose shade they know they may never sit. So the minister may never return to NIDA and take up that office. He may never assume the DGship of NIDA, but he's planted those trees already and they're growing very well. And the baton is handed over appropriately. And I'm delighted to be part of this.
And Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, Fellow Nigeria Computer Society, Fellow British Computer Society, Fellow Institute of Information Management, and member Computer Professionals Registration Council of Nigeria. Our chief host, the Director General, National Information Technology Development Agency, Malam Inua Kashif Abdullahi, CCIE. The Chairman, NIDA Governing Board, Dr. Abubakar Saidu. Chief Executive Officers of the agencies and parastatals under the purview of the Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy. With permission from my boss, may I quickly recognize them individually. The EVC of NCC, Professor Umar Garba Dambata, you're welcome, sir. The MD of Galaxy Backbone, Professor MB Abubakar. Managing Director, Niche Comsac, Dr. Abimbola Alale. the Executive Secretary, USPF, who is also the chairman of the Project Review and Commissioning Committee, Mr. Ayuba Shaibu. A very good morning to you all, the directors of the National Information Technology Development Agency, members of the press, and indeed, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with nostalgic happiness, a sense of deep nostalgia, that I stand before you once again within the grounds of NIDDA to play this role, and I am grateful for the opportunity to stand before this distinguished house to play my little role. My work here is very simple, and at this juncture, I kickstart it by calling on the CEO, Nigeria Communications Satellite, Dr. Abimbola Alale, to give us her goodwill message. Please may we welcome Dr. Alale to the podium.
Good morning, the Chief Host, our Digital Minister. Please permit me to stand on existing protocol due to time. I'd just like to congratulate the honors, rightly said by the Chairman of the Commissioning Committee and our host, my brother, the DG. Congratulations, Honorable Minister, because this is a dream you started. And I congratulate my brother, the DG, because you've been an outstanding student. And you've proven that you have been a good student of our Honorable Minister. And we all pray we told that step and not disappoint our Honorable Minister. And very soon also, the Honorable Minister will focus on Niger Comsat, and he will invite all of you to come and commission one or two things too in Niger Comsat. Thank you and congratulations, my brother, DJ Neda.
Thank you. The MD of NIGECOMSAT.
2016, when the Honorable Minister came as the DG of NIDDA. So, and of course, I said I started to hear about that, and I believe each and every one of us also, if he has not heard, he has seen all over the country as to the works of this particular dynamic and focused leader, that is the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy. So the development, and actually after the Honorable Minister has put in place all these things that he has put, just within a framework of maybe perhaps not more than 3 years, and based on his achievement, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, the President Muhammadu Buhari, found him worthy to uplift his status to the position of minister, and thus he was uplifted. And presently now he has brought about all this dynamism to cover the whole of the ministry, as rightly observed by my sister there, and also by the DG, and has made now the ministry to be focused and then much more useful and developmental to the country. So not only that, when he became now the minister, being a person that is focused on development, as also rightly observed by the MC Kemabonta, who is not thinking of now, but is thinking of also the future, he was able to come up with a very good business continuity plan by making sure that the person that can be capable to further uplift NIDDA to the position he has been envisaging is also put in place as the next DG of NIDDA. And that was actually very unprecedented. And it is because of this visionary kind of focus that we are witnessing these events as they are today. So permit me, the Honorable Minister, to once again congratulate you on this achievement, and also congratulate my brother, the DG of NIDDA, Kashif Inwa, for attesting to the fact that he is a very good mentee. And then to other members of NIDDA family, from the board to the management and staff, I also say congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the same vein, may I delightfully and respectfully call on the EVC of NCC, Professor Umar Garba Dambata, for his goodwill message. May we welcome the EVC of NCC.
The Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, I would like, with the permission of the Minister, to observe the protocol that has been well established and therefore proceed to deliver my goodwill message. Honorable Minister, I remember attending a very, very important event in the Bila, in the presidential Bila, where Dr. Idris Jara, a Malaysian citizen, as well as a renowned world economist, was present to deliver a talk on how Malaysia transformed in the manner that they did. And I listened attentively. I recall Dr. Jara saying there were two things they did, not three. He repeated 3 times, only 2. He said, Malaysians, through the power of the vote, put in place transformational leadership. And this transformational leadership prevailed on Malaysian citizens to change their attitude to work. Only 2 things. We are witnessing this profound phenomenon unfold after the able leadership of our Honorable Minister. We are seeing digital transformation of the kind that we have not seen before. And there are 5 elements of the digital transformation ecosystem. 1, enabling policies and institutions. 2, human capital. 3, the ICT industry must be given attention. There must be infrastructure, as well as there must be applications and institutional change. These are the 5 elements of the digital transformation ecosystem. I think we're witnessing all of this under the able leadership of our Honorable Minister, and therefore I'm very, very happy to be a member of the Minister's senior entourage in this digital transformation journey that we are witnessing. A journey of profound social and economic significance to this country. It is on this note that I would like to pass a message of goodwill, a message of fraternity from the board and management of the Nigerian Communications Commission to our Honorable Minister on this important occasion of yet another commissioning of 3 important projects of a sister agency under the same ministry. I would like, on the same vein, to congratulate my counterpart, the Director General of NIDDA, a good friend of mine, a partner in the digital transformation journey that we are embarking on, and to the entire board and management of NIDDA, I say congratulations, and ladies and gentlemen, it is really a pleasure to be here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Professor Dambata. And Mrs. Uwa, don't go too far. I will still need your assistance in just a moment. And now, many of you who are staff of NIDDA haven't really, or don't normally meet the members of the board, the governing board of NIDDA. Now, it is my honor at this point to also ask the chief superintendent of that board to speak to us. It won't be a good message because he's a member of the House. Ladies and gentlemen, for remarks, I ask you to applaud Dr. Abubakar Saidu.
The Honorable Minister for Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, members of the board, management and staff of the ministry, agencies and parastatals under the ministry, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is always a pleasure to be associated with success. But success is worked for and gets earned. We must congratulate ourselves for first having President Muhammadu Buhari as the president and him appointing our minister as the Minister for Communications. Most times when appointments are made, people sit in their offices and the offices run them. We saw a difference with our minister. He decided to run the ministry. And that is why the ministry is now Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy. And it is not only in words, but by action. The ministry and the agencies under it were galvanized for the betterment of all. And it is not something that you have to create stories. The changes are visible. And it's an easy thing. If you have vision and mission, it is not just for you to generate it, but between the ministries in the federation. And it is to the good of all. I learned from one of my chemistry teachers in the secondary school, a very nice Pakistani gentleman of blessed memory. He was addressing us the first time we came into the chemistry class. He said he wants keen competition amongst us. He doesn't want jealousy. And he worked to achieve that. You lose nothing if your colleague achieves something, because the benefit will come to all. So synergy means that everybody is a winner. You win, he wins, they win, and everybody becomes a winner. And I think that should be the target. We must focus on the development of the Nigerian nation, because that is a responsibility, and we are accountable to it. If you have that conscience that you are giving a position of responsibility to better the lives of Nigerians, then you have to discharge it to the best of your ability. And what we are seeing here is a testimony to the fact that the ministry and the agencies under it are doing just that. And we cannot relent and rest on our oars. It is not enough, because a lot has been mentioned about his tenure at this establishment, that is the National Information Technology Development Agency, the changes he brought, the visibility he gave it. It is not just by going to the media, but the actions are clearly seen and felt all over the country. That was why it was not shocking to anyone when he was made a honorable minister, because his performances speak for themselves. The lawyers amongst us will know, they say, res ipso loquito. You don't need to embellish anything. The achievements are there, visible, palpable, and impacting, more importantly, on the lives of Nigerians. we'll continue to pray that he will not relent and he will continue to strive for the betterment of Nigerians. As has been mentioned, the DG, under whose supervision this thing come to fruition, is a good student. And he's following the footsteps, and he's doing all within his powers to see that this agency impacts on the lives of Nigerians. And we have seen the developmental programs that has gone to the grassroots. What is more impressive is that despite the challenges of COVID-19, how it slowed the whole world, NIDA has been striving and achieving a lot with these limitations. We must congratulate the DG for a job well done. And of course, the price of hard work is more work. So we will continue to applaud him, but we'll also continue to ask him to do much more. In the end, he will write his name in gold. All the supporting staff are also doing their part. So this issue of synergy is what I want us to realize. Set your goals and pursue them by galvanizing your team. We'll continue to pray. This continues, and we'll see many more of these activities which directly impact on the lives of Nigerians. Once again, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak here, and I wish all of us the best. Thank you very much.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, almost every speaker here has commented on the role, the mentorship role that the Honorable Minister has played in the life of the DG, and we have seen the gains of that mentorship because the mentee is a good student and the mentor is a relentless teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, I make bold to say that the best thing that can happen to any human being is to have a mentor whom you can never repay, take an interest in your life, and genuinely and honestly offer you guidance, leadership, mentorship, and tutor you in the ways of life. This is the role that the Honorable Minister has played, is playing in the life of the DG of NIDA, and indeed a lot of Nigerian youths. And I'm proud to say that I am one of those youths who is benefiting from the mentorship, the guidance, and the teachings of the Honorable Minister. And I really do not think that there is anyone who would have been able to do that in my life apart from him, because you have to have a strong sense of, leadership to be able to mentor the people he's mentoring. We are here today, as has been said severally, for a progressive reason, a happy reason. We can see, and we are all beneficiaries of the gains of the digital economy sector as driven by the Honorable Minister. Indeed, we all know that his achievements are unprecedented in this sector, and he continues to break more grounds even as we progress. Ladies and gentlemen, it is no secret that the best part of my job is to introduce my boss, because I am happy and proud to be associated with such a charismatic, progressive character. On that note, please permit me, with all respect, sense of humility and happiness, to call on my boss, my mentor, my teacher, the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, FNCS, FBCS, FIIM, MCPN, to give us his address as the special guest of honor at this occasion. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy.
Please sit down, all of you, please. The chairman of NITDA Governing Board, Dr. Abubakar Said, the Director General of the National Information Technology Development Agency, Kashifu Inua Abdullahi, CCIE, Executive Vice Chairman of Nigerian Communications Commission, Professor Umaru Garba Dambata, Managing Director of Galaxy Backbone Limited, Professor Muhammad Bello Abubakar, Managing Director of Niche Comsat, Dr. Abimbola Alale, the head and leader of Universal Service Provision Fund and the chairman of Ministerial Committee on the Project Review and Commissioning, Malang Ayuba Shuaibu, the member of our NITDA Governing Board here, Right Honorable Abdullahi Bello. I can see another member, Hajia Zainab Ibrahim Jallo. My colleagues from the ministry, my colleagues from other parastatals, our NITDA, ladies and gentlemen of the press, also personal assistant to Mr. President on New Media, Malang Bashir Ahmad, and also senior special assistant to Mr. President on social investment program, Barrister Ahmad. All other protocols duly and respectfully observed. Good morning, and may peace, mercy, and blessings be upon you. It gives me a great honor once again. The last time I left this institution physically, not virtually, was on 28th August 2019, a day before assigning a portfolio to me as the minister in charge of communications then. I left this compound around 6:21 p.m. and I was accompanied then by my technical assistant, the DG of NITDA. Now, it was while we were coming down, then his name was announced officially on the television. So I used the opportunity to hand it over everything to him and left. It was the last time I left here physically. However, I have been here with all of you virtually. I can hardly spend a day with calling some of our colleagues, trying to get more about what is happening here, because since I was here with you, and I have been with you as well, being the minister supervising the agency, so with all sense of humility, I'm still with you. It was the last time I left here on 28th, and today is 17 August 2020. Most probably in the next 2 days is going to be 1 year anniversary when I left here. And I'm glad that I'm here physically with you. And secondly, I'm glad that we are here to reap the benefits of hard work. And this benefit of hard work is the success we are all witnessing here. As they say, the only place where success comes before word is in the dictionary. It is only in the dictionary that you will encounter success while going through it alphabetically before coming across work. But in all other places, you must work before you attain success. But in dictionary, you reach success before reaching the work. So I'm glad that what we have been seeing here is what we are reaping from our collective hard work. As the DG said, what I told him, I was trying to ensure that the whole agency was transformed. We started rebuilding this part and planning to renovate the other part. We awarded the project and everything. When the project started, then I left. And I'm glad that the DG has completed the project. This is highly, highly commendable. On behalf of my boss, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, we are most appreciative of what the DG NIDA has done, and I encourage you to redouble your effort in the future. If you do something today and I commend you, by tomorrow you are anticipated to do more than that. What you get commendation today, tomorrow if you repeat the same, you will not get the same commendation. So by implication, you are ought to redouble your effort and ensure that your success of today is going to be ridiculed by you based on your success by tomorrow. And your success of tomorrow is going to ridicule your success of today. So today ridicule that of yesterday. And tomorrow will ridicule your success of today. So this is what is anticipated from you. And I wish you all the best along with your team, the management, and also the board working along with the management to ensure that this success is attained. Furthermore, we are here to commission at least 3 projects. Firstly, the digital center here, which accommodates, among others, number 1, Computer Emergency Response and Readiness Center. It is an upgrade. We earlier had Computer Emergency Response and Readiness Team. As we all know, when you deploy facilities to promote cybersecurity, you need to upgrade the facilities from time to time. This is an upgrade with world-class facilities of Computer Emergency Response and Readiness Team. And if you look at Computer Emergency Response and Readiness Team, is in alignment with the 3 priority areas of our boss, President Muhammadu Buhari, that is to promote security. Today, there are many challenges with regards to security based on what is happening online. So with Computer Emergency Response and Readiness Team, we will be able to be the watchdog of Federal Government of Nigeria, monitor potential cyber crime attacks on our country, come up with policies and strategies to see how we can prevent our country from the attack, or at least reduce it to the minimum of what we can. And I think this is highly commendable. Secondly, is Digital Media Studio, which is another project, which is also in alignment with the 3 key priority areas of President Muhammadu Buhari, and also the virtual conference. Part of the programs and projects of this administration that we plan to achieve through digitalization is to ensure that these 3 key priority areas are well established to the best of our ability. Number 1, economic development. Number 2, security. Number 3, anti-corruption. These are the 3 key priority areas of President Muhammadu Buhari. Through government digital services, we will be able to attain most of them. And this is highly commendable. And in addition, part of what is going to be unveiled today is the new logo of the National Development Agency, along with the mission and vision of the agency as well. This logo has been changed because of the fact that the policy of government in the ICT sector has changed as well. Before, the policy we had been working on since 2001 to 2019, most probably around October, was national IT policy. As the DG said, it has become obsolete. The whole world has gone digital. It is no more about IT policy, but rather digital economy policy. And that is what brought about the idea of redesignating the ministry from Ministry of Communications to Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy. That was as a result of my interaction with the PAMSEC on one hand and directors of the ministry on the other. After that, we spent a week with the chief executives of the parastatals under the ministry discussing on how to come up with effective policies for the sector. Part of what we agreed on, there was a need to bring digital economy. We wrote a proposal to Mr. President. I delivered the proposal. Mr. President reviewed it, got more input, and he finally approved the need to bring digital economy. And we have been mandated to develop national digital for a digital Nigeria. We did that. So the journey started just a week after we assumed duty. By 17 October 2019, the mandate of the ministry had already been designated to accommodate digital economy. By 28 November 2019, Mr. President was in the International Conference Center to approve to launch and unveil our national digital economy policy for a digital Nigeria. And this is what NIDA and NCC have been mandated to create a department that will focus on promoting digital economy. That has already been achieved. As I'm talking to you today, we have an independent committee in NCC which has been named as Digital Economy Department. And also, we have an independent department in NIDA which has been named as Digital Economy. This was conveyed to the boards of the two parastatals and they have already implemented. And this is also highly commendable and is very relevant to our discussion today. So what I'm emphasizing here, the focus of the world is no more on just ICT, but rather on digital economy. Before COVID-19 pandemic, World Economic Forum had predicted that by 2022, a minimum of 60% of the world economy was going to be digitalized. But with this COVID-19 pandemic, that has been reduced, that most probably by the end of 2020, a minimum of that 60% could be achieved, meaning saving at least 2 years. And this is what has motivated us also to redouble our effort. Earlier, our national digital economy policy and strategy, the plan was to achieve within 10 years, 2020 to 2025. But with this pandemic, we are trying to fast track and see how the entire policy could be implemented lately by 2025. We are planning to save a minimum of 5 years. And so far, so good. Some of the targets we set for ourselves to be attained by 2023, we have already achieved them. Like in the telecommunications sector, our brother EVC is here. Some of the issues we were able to resolve as part of our targets in national digital economy policy and strategy had been lingering for over 13 years before we came to the sector. Like the issue of right of way, issue of critical national infrastructure. The target set to us by the stakeholders is to resolve the issue within 3 years. I'm glad to say that I'm less than 1 year in office, but we have already addressed the issues. This credit is not for the minister, as you usually attribute the credit to me. Firstly, the credit should go to our boss, President Muhammad Buhari, who has found us worthy for appointment to occupy the positions we have occupied. So whatever we do, we have been doing that on behalf of our boss, President Muhammad Buhari. We have never campaigned for any office. It was the president who went around the country campaigning, making promises. When he won election, he appointed all of us to come and support him to deliver the mandate. So whatever we do, we are not doing it for ourselves, but we are doing it on behalf of our boss, President Muhammad Buhari. And whatever we do, we ensure that project is in alignment with his own priority areas. And secondly, if we deserve any credit, that credit should not come to the minister alone. One person cannot make a team. A team comprises many people. And I use the opportunity to commend my colleagues in the ministry, that at least we have improved their performance significantly. Only last week, there was a competition under the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, in which 168 teams participated from all the ministries of the federal government. With all sense of humility, Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy won the first position. Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy won the second position. And Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy won the third position. So the first, second, and third prizes were taken away by the ministry, among all other ministries. And there were 168 teams participated. Our team won first, second, and third positions, and which I think is highly commendable. In addition, the boards of the parastatals, they have been very supportive to the policies of the federal government through the ministry. We commend them for sitting properly to ensure that the policies are implemented. Furthermore, the chief executives, EVC, NCC, DG, NITDA, MD Galaxy, MD Niche Concert, PMG, NIPOST, head of USPM, all of them have been working day in, day out to ensure that any policy that comes up is implemented. Our position is to come up with the policy, give policy direction, and supervise. So far, so good. However, as you all know, I demand a lot every day. I always push. When I push you, it doesn't mean you are not performing. That is my nature. What is required to be implemented in 1 year, I may ask you to do it in 30 days. That has been my nature. So I'm always pushing them. And I believe they now understand my nature. They sit properly. And we don't have any serious complaint to make. So if there is any credit that we deserve after that of our boss, so that credit should be shared among my colleagues here, the CEOs and the chairmen and members of the board. And we appreciate their commitment, and we wish them all the best. Finally, this is the third batch of the series of projects that are being commissioned by the ministry. Why are we doing that? As I earlier said, many beneficiaries of our projects sometimes do not know that projects exist in their communities. You establish a computer center in a school, and you will find out some students of the school are not even aware of it. These projects are for public. It is because of this we always try to inform the public about the projects of the federal government of Nigeria being executed by the ministry and the parastatals. So when we commission the project, many citizens will be aware that this project exists. And if they need to patronize it, they will be able to do so. Computer emergency response and readiness team is key to our cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is pillar number 6 in our own national digital economy policy and strategy, which has 8 pillars. Developmental regulation. Number 2 is digital skills. Number 3 is solid infrastructure. Number 4, service infrastructure. Number 5, digital services promotion and development. Number 6, soft infrastructure. Number 7, digital society and emerging technologies. Number 8, indigenous content development and promotion. So if you look at it, cybersecurity is very relevant to pillar number 8. And I think it's very important for the country to know that our SAT has been upgraded. And we will continue to monitor potential attacks on our country and notify institutions. Usually advisory note is confidential. You don't make noise that this institution is under attack. We only escalate and let them know. And this is the best way to handle, and we'll continue to do that confidentially without making noise. When it comes to digital media studio, it will be a long way also in conveying what we have been doing to our citizens, and at the same time building their capacities through training and many more. When it comes to virtual conference, it will facilitate virtual learning, which is part of government digital services that we are all promoting. We have national e-government master plan in place. So this is part of it. So with these few words, I commend NITDA team, starting with the board, the Chief Executive and the entire management. And I do hope that you will redouble your effort to implement the policies that will be conveyed to you from time to time. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, the special guest of honor and Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy. Ladies and gentlemen, please may we once again give a round of applause to the Honorable Minister for his initiatives and strategies and for carrying the whole nation along. Thank you, sir.
And thank you also, Mrs. Uwa, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for applauding the Honourable Minister. We're getting to the high point of today's event, which is the rebranding ceremony for NITDA. But I have a few announcements as to the procedure for the next items on the program. The Honourable Minister would have the honor to formally commission this building, the Digital Center, and unveil the new NITDA logo while we're here. Then after that, he will proceed upstairs to also commission the integrated set and the virtual conferencing facilities along with the digital studio. And I'd like to announce that he'll be accompanied by the heads of parastatals and agencies of the ministry who are seated in front. And the rest of us are pleased enjoying to sit back and watch proceedings on the big screens. There are two of them. Because of the COVID protocols, we will not all go upstairs together. So I enjoin you to please remain seated and allow the heads of agencies to move with the minister to have those other projects upstairs commissioned. And I need to make one more comment, and this is for the interest of the Honourable Minister. Occasionally, I find myself amongst diplomats, foreign diplomats serving in Nigeria. And one of those occasions, our talks veered off towards the digital economy. And Nigeria, we were actually discussing the diagnostics, the digital economy diagnostics report done for Africa. Nigeria was one of the 3 countries studied. And they said to me, offhandedly, that your minister is a genius. Now, and I asked why. And they told me why. Some of those reasons the minister knows, some he doesn't know. And I'm not going to tell him, at least not yet. Maybe when he leaves office, I'll let him know those reasons why they think of him as a genius. Ladies and gentlemen, it's at this point that I would invite the Honourable Minister again to proceed to formally commission this digital center and unveil the new logo of NITDA right here. And he can be joined now by the Ladies and gentlemen, please, at this point, I'd like to ask the pressmen to make way for the Honourable Minister to come forward. We do have here behind me the new NITDA logo. We also have the plaque, which he would unveil, that signifies the building, the Digital Center building. And then he will proceed upstairs. Please remain seated, everyone else, apart from the heads of agencies and the minister, as they come forward. Remain seated and watch proceedings from...
Commissioning the remodeled Digital or the NITDA Digital Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may now applaud. This is the beginning of the building, the digital center.
On behalf of my boss, President Muhammadu Buhari TCFR, I therefore commission the NITDA Digital Center, and I pray to Almighty to make the center beneficial to humanity.
Thank you. We now move over to the NITDA logo and the mission, vision, and core values to be unveiled by the Honorable Minister.
This is the logo.
That's the logo, the new logo representing the rebranding of NITDA in accordance with digital economy.
This is the new logo of NITDA, which has been designed to be in alignment with national digital economy policy for a digital Nigeria. The journey for a digital Nigeria is for all to be on board. You are all invited. And this is the new mission, vision, and core values of the National Information Technology Development Agency in alignment with our national digital economy policy and strategy for a digital Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Minister and his entourage will proceed upstairs for the commissioning of the virtual conferencing facilities and this computer emergency response readiness team, as well as the digital studio. We can't all come along. Please remain seated and watch from the big screens.
Okay.
Personality. You also have something to. Ethics now becomes even now. Innovation. Grammatically, it's not good.
I don't understand. What is innovating? Innovating almost like it's almost a past tense. He was very innovative about that, you know.
Legs. Thank you.
close up. I just changed that screen, no?
Check 1, 2. Check 2.
Communications and Digital Economy in the person of Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Fantami, Fellow Nigerian Computer Society, the British Computer Society, and Institute of Management, Institute of Information Technology, Management. We are pleased to have you here, sir. Welcome. pushing the digital economy strategy, sir? Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this interview. We'll be letting the minister leave the studio now. Thank you very much for this. I am
Let's go. So thank you for the time. We appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We are about running off proceedings for this event. I would ask that the ladies in charge of the decoration please take off the cloth over there so we can see the big size logo for photographs. The next moment, just a few minutes, if it can be done right now. But at this point, I'd like to invite the Director, Corporate Planning and Strategy, to please come forward and offer a vote of thanks on behalf of NIDA, the Honorable Minister, and the heads of agencies in the ministry, and our guests also at this event, Dr. Collins Agu. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Kemal Bonta. Honorable Minister, sir, my DG used to be, sir, permit me to stand on existing protocol, and permit also to call you a trailblazer and also a brain box. I will use one famous quote before I proceed. I came, I saw, I conquered. That's exactly what you did, sir. And we are very, very proud of you. So on behalf of my boss, the DG of NIDA, Kashifu Inu Abdullahi, staff management of NIDA, sir, I would like to give a profound thanks for making time out of no time and for all your support you've been doing. And most importantly, sir, for coming up with the great concept of digital economy. I'm so proud that you are really driving it very, very hard. Not quite long, you hosted an event called Stakeholders Hangout, in line with some of your philosophy, which you normally say that what we need nowadays is skills and competence, that the error certificate is basically gone, so people call it a certificate and certificate. And that you exhibited when you organized the Stakeholders Hangout and Meetup, where we discuss indigenous education technology and how it can be used to enhance educational processes. So we thank you, sir, for the continuous support. And again, to my boss, the DG of NIDA, sir, congratulations. The DG of NIDA is actually a result-oriented young individual, and that further showcases the importance of putting some young people in certain responsible position, to showcase their professionalism. And again, to the MDs, to the CEOs of the parastatals under the ministry, to the EVC, NCC, Professor Dampata, thank you, sir. To the MD Galaxy Bagbon, and also to my former boss, the CEO of NACHCOM, sir, Dr. Abimbola Alale, thank you very much. And of course, to the acting Executive Secretary of USPF, thank you, sir. And most importantly as well, to the board chairman of NIDA, thank you, sir, for making time out of no time. And thank you very well for the staff of NIDA for the support. They all work tirelessly to make sure we achieve this very noble event. Thank you very much, and may God bless all of you as we take our leave from here. Thank you. Bye.
I would like to quickly and respectfully announce before we take the national anthem in closing that there will be group photographs. The group photograph is going to be taken on the right hand, to my right hand side, where the new bold NIDA logo is displayed. The first group photograph will be with the Honorable Minister and the CEOs of parastatals and agencies under his purview. And then the second photograph will be with the Honorable Minister, the chairman of the projects committee will also be in the first and the second photograph, and the members of the committee. And then the third one will be the Honorable Minister and directors of NIDA here present. Thank you very much. And we also beg that we observe the rules of physical distancing while taking the photographs. Thank you. Yes, and let me also clearly repeat again that the third photograph is going to include the board members and the directors of NIDA here present. Thank you.
Okay, as you just stand, before you move for the photographs, let's close with the national anthem, sir. Just remain standing After the anthem, we'll move for the photographs, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem at this time. Thank you. Now the group photographs. The minister and the heads of agencies first. Minister, heads of agencies first. And then minister,